Hey guys, it's another day and another set of Patch Quest Madness. What's going on, everyone? It is Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC. But you guys already knew that because this is an episode of Good Times with Retro Rich. Getting things mixed up today. Bear with me. It's a Tuesday. And I don't really do this often, so that's pretty cool. We're here. We're ready to rock some more Enduro, which is very, very neat. We're trying to get that patch for Enduro. The requirements for the patch are as follows. Survive 5 game days. Not just 1 or 2 or 3, but 5. Survive 5 game days, and then you will get the Road Masters patch? What is it? What is it called? The Road Busters patch. And that is pretty cool. I like it a lot. So, Alan says, hello. What's going on, Jeff? It's GoGameGo in the house. It's awesome to see you in the chat. Hope everything is well on in your neck of the woods. It's very, very cool to see you hopping on in. You got to get over there. I know you do like all the you're like the Switch guy now. You know, doing all the Nintendo stuff. I gotta go and check that out because I think a certain young one is gonna get into that world very, very soon. What's going on, Ian? Ian Hobby's in the house. What's going on? Says hello. Hey, what's up? It's from family down in Florida. Says you can do it. I hope so. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, hopefully I can do it. We'll see what happens today. It's another casual run. I did some pre-work. I did some, we might even do some casual, after today's run, if there's enough time. I might actually do some casual play of other games, in the awesome Activision collection. But we'll see. All right, let's put myself in a box and get to it. So, and if you are watching on the mobiles and you see like the verticals and you want to see more of the screen, I do encourage you guys to go over to the other stream where there's 2 live streams happening. So I definitely do encourage you to hop on over to the horizontal version instead of the vertical version. You'll see more of the screen. Although it is kind of cool in the vertical when I go there for Enduro specifically, because it always is in the center. Kind of looks neat. But yeah, we're doing everything we can to get people in and hang out. So GoGameGo says, I wish Evercade had incorporated the patches somehow within this release. Real patches probably won't be feasible, but digital patches into the game, yeah, that'd be awesome. That would have been super cool. That would have been very, very cool. But there might be some other things that happen for certain community members should I start getting these patches. So we'll see what happens there. But let's get myself in the box and play some Enduro. All right, here we are. We're ready to rock. I will be looking at comments as much as I can. I probably won't have time to place some comments on there. Place comments on the actual thing there. But let's hit this button and get a run going. All right, of course, the goal is not to crash into cars immediately, but to pass them, and to do so 200 times in the first lap, and then 300 times each successive lap, until you get the glorious tones of the green flag. And then you keep doing it all over again. We got to do it 5 times in a row. And after the 5th time, we continue to play. But then I will also celebrate by having this actually working and have this this quest done. I will probably do 1 or 2 runs, depending upon depending upon how I am doing. If it's really, really terrible and I'm not feeling it, then I'll probably cut it short and we'll just do the 1 run. If I am on a real good run and I just barely missed something, then I might actually go through and do some more. We'll see how it goes. I'm on okay pace. You want to be well under 100 by the time the lights go out. Just looking at the headlights or those taillights of these cars, because you need to have enough time to pass in the next phase. You need to pass another 100 cars. So it's pretty good right now. We're in okay shape. We're in okay shape here. 33, 29, 22, 18. Boom! All right, so we got the first one done, and this is before we even hit the fog. So we did 200 before the fog, which is fantastic, because if we can get around 100 done before we hit the fog, then we're probably in good shape to go through the fog at a slower pace, past the rest of these cars, and then before the dawn of the next day, get the last 100 done. Now, obviously, you're supposed to be going faster, and you're supposed to bring this momentum into the next day so that, you know, you're not having that speed up. This right here, if we were under the 300 mark, which we would be, it would be beeping at me right now saying, hey, you only have like 25 something seconds left to pass enough cars in order to get the checkered flag or the green flag. So checking in on the chat before it goes back. There's only 2 people watching on vertical. Yep. GoGameGo's never played Enduro. Oh, it's fantastic, dude. Like, it's if you can get your hands on the Activision 1 collection, I would highly recommend getting this. I mean, it's a great collection in and of itself. Pitfall is a great game. Enduro is a great game. What else is on here that's really awesome? Grand Prix is another like speedrun heavy game. That's pretty cool. There's Space Shuttle on here. I know people have mixed emotions about that game, but I love it. It's fantastic. This whole collection is great. I'm waiting for the new ones that are gonna have hopefully some really, really cool stuff on it. So here we are in the snow, where you got to watch your speed and you got to watch your turning, because it does affect everything. Each one of these things affects like how your car handles. So it's not as easy to turn in the snow as it would be, obviously in real life. So you got to make sure that you're just having like a calm time. You obviously do not want any wrecks, because that'll slow you up. What else we got here? We're gonna get into the nighttime, and it looks like we're gonna be just about halfway done, which is kind of exactly where you want to be, but you want to be just a little bit before halfway. Like you want way more done, because that way, you know, as it gets harder, obviously it's harder to pass in the night. You don't see as much of the cars. The hitboxes are still the same though, so if you get too close, you might wreck. So you don't want any of that. and we were just about done right before we hit the fog. So so we're still in good shape on this. Ah. So you don't want to hit, because if you hit, then you're losing track. And like, you know, like it becomes difficult because now we're in the fog, and you can get punished by missing your turns. Ooh, it's not good. It's not good. See, now we're getting the beeps. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible, guys. It's going to be really close. Woo hoo hoo. And there we are. Here we are on the new lap. Just barely made it, guys. So you got to be really tough. You got to be hanging in tough. You got to be going fast, and you got to be ready to go. I think, to be honest, I think the game actually has a shorter timer, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I mean, it could be the exact same amount of time, but I think it might even shave off a couple seconds each lap, which is kind of bogus. All right, here we are in the snow. Trying to get this done here. You know, we want to be definitely out of the 100, out of the 200s by the time we're out of the snow. Which we are. We're in pretty good shape here as we go through the next thing. And we want to keep going here. Hopefully you can get around the 170, 160 mark before the lights go out. It's difficult. It is difficult. All right, just under 150 and the lights go out. So it's pretty good shape. Remember, we got to get through the fog too. And the fog is going to take us pretty deep. We need to be at least in the 50s by the end of the fog. Whoa, that's very close. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you do have it? Yeah, you got to play, man. And then the good thing is to not just like play I mean, you can play to have fun, of course. But playing for the goal, like going for the patch, man, it really just puts a complete new spin on the games, because you're trying to really like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're done for. 80 cars. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't think we're getting it. Yeah. So we needed 30 more for lap 3 to get into lap 4. So that was a wild one. That was a wild run. Had a ton of Activision for 2600 as a kid. Yeah, man. This is great. Hey Stephanie, how's it going? Um yeah, right. Yeah, there was all sorts of people going up and down. It's because I'm streaming not only to YouTube, but YouTube Vertical and on X. So there's some people that might have popped in for a quick second and then popped out. Um, Played this game earlier today for the first time. I thought the fog was some sort of glitch, clever difficulty respect to this game. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's no worries, no worries. I love doing this, and I love the challenge aspect. And it's part of the heartbeat of the channel. This specifically these Activision games. Um, long time people that have been on the channel know that we've had um as I come back in here real quick. We've had some pretty fun times playing these Activision games, specifically Sequest. I did a whole big thing where I did the history of the game, history of the developer, all that kind of stuff about each one of the games. Um, and I Sequest with the first episode. It was going to be in a longer series, and then of course life happens. But um, thank goodness for this collection because I can just go and use the VS to play and show everybody, which is really really cool. But speaking of showing people things, let me just put myself back in the box real quick. So instead of doing another run, what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a little bit more exploring of the collection. I found this game, Skyjinx, and this one is kind of cool. I found out it also has a patch. Um, its requirement, let's see here for Skyjinx, is 37 seconds in game one. So we are on game one right now. And this is another one that kind of looks cool in vertical mode. Um, Literally a speed run. Is this the game you play on your chalk walk? Oh wow, actually that would be a good idea to do like speed runs on the walk. That'd be sweet. Hey, what's up, Ken? Some GTC in the house. This collection is quite a blast from the past. It is. It really is. I love this game. I love all these games. But this one here, Skyjinx, got to do it in 37 seconds. Very much a speed run. And the funny thing about this, I was watching Ed play this, and I was like, I wonder, like, what is, like, how did he, up? So how did he, like, what was his first impressions of the game? And I think his first impression was he didn't know what it was because there's no context clues as to like what the game is or does or what does it mean. This is quite literally like flying skiing for the Activision, where skiing was your slalom, and oh, um, did I get all of the secret games? Oh, on the Evercade itself, yeah, I have most of them unlocked. On this VS, I'm not sure I do though, because this is like the Studio VS. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Patrick? Welcome on in. Um, and I thought it was fascinating because so you have to on the orange one or the not orange ones, but the pink ones, you have to pass always on the right, and the blue ones you have to pass always on the left, just like a slalom, right? So you're like just like flying around in this plane, doing some slalom action. You got to avoid trees. You got to avoid the balloons. You can't hit the actual marker because that'll happen. And then, of course, you got to do all of these things under a certain time to get your patch. I've been resetting here. This is this is perfect as far as the Evercade VS goes, and speed running games like this on the Activision. Placing the reset button on the start button is absolutely perfect, because if you botch a run and you've got to go through and reset, it is super easy because you just got to hit the start button and then you're back in action. This is looking pretty good, guys. I'm a little slow. I'm not going to hit the patch score, but PB? That might have been a PB. 40 seconds and 40.3 seconds, or 40.03. And I got to shave 3.03. I got to shave 3.03 off. So that's pretty cool. Let's hit it up again. So what I think I'm going to do is on these patch runs, Enduro is going to be the run, right? But for like a relaxing time after the one run, I think maybe that's what I'll do. I'll come here to Skyjinx, I'll fool around, and who knows, maybe we'll inadvertently get a patch in another game while we're waiting for the Enduro one to come through. Because going through over and over again is going to be fun, but sometimes that's not it. Yeah, 41.25. So, it is fun though to just kind of like dip and dab and play some other stuff. And I like the fact that these games do work well in that vertical mode too on the YouTubes, so that people watching can see that. Wonder if anyone, did anyone ever consider Skyjinx as a game, like just to play? Because I would have never really thought about taking a look in this until I started looking at the patch scores. And I'm telling you, if you've got a goal, any game could wind up being like loads and loads and loads of fun. That is another PB. Oh, 39.31. I'm feeling it. This is cool. I like this a lot. 39.31. And it's cool that I'm getting this on the stream here too, because it's gonna be cool. So it also works on my eye-hand coordination for Enduro. Like getting better at doing the seeing things coming and dodging. Nope. It's like the programmers know that if you're on a good run, you're gonna have to do something special in order to actually make your run happen. So like that was a good run, but I was too far ahead as I was coming around, and I just smacked right into that balloon. The balloon is right there, ready to end your run. You can't go too fast. The other thing too is, like, again, even as primitive as the Atari 2600 is, those graphics and sound cues are right there to let you know, like, hey, you're almost there, or you're about to, not be there, or whatever. Oh, 38.3! Oh, 38.83. Is that another PB? I think that's another PB. All right, cool. Oh, we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. Will I go for the Enduro patch and get the Skyjinx patch? I don't know. A couple more times here, we'll do this. But I would encourage people that are trying to do like eye-hand coordination training for longer stretches of games. Definitely play this one. Definitely play this game, because you never know. And that would be cool, like for and this is like easy enough to do too, for community stuff. Like get the community involved. on the the Facebook group or whatever have you. No, I hit it. I hit it. Oh, Activision did absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it it doesn't even matter about like graphics or any of that stuff. I think the biggest thing to me though, when you're thinking about the Activision games and what makes them superior to others, yeah, they do tend, I'm not gonna lie, as far as like looks go, they do tend to look a little more polished than just about anything else you would see on the 2600. 100%. Like that is a thing for sure. But I really think actually it's the sound. Whatever they did when they were making these games, they really paid attention to sound fields and how the player would react to certain things. No, I hate the balloon. Uh but you know, and I know that you guys probably are having trouble hearing and or cannot even hear it because of the what I got going on in the studio. But the audio cues are just so like essential to playing the game. If I was playing this and I didn't have sound, I don't know if I would be able to be doing as well as I'm doing right now. Because you really have to like listen to the engine and feel the flow. Like as you hear the engine roaring, you know that like okay, cool, I've hit max speed, but what else like what do I need to do? 38.63? That's another PB. That's another PB. Yeah, like Dolphin. Dolphin is a cool game. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get that on a collection. I mean, this is tough, guys. Because you got to hit right at the right angle. You can't go too far. You can't hit anything. But the good news is, I mean, the run is short. I mean, it's 37 seconds, so like you could just keep going. And then if you hit something, well, that's the end of your run, and then you're good. Nope. Thirty-eight point 48. Oh, chipping away at it. Chipping away. I gotta shave a full second though. There's something else that's wrong that's happening that I'm doing on these runs that is just about um it's got to be about approach or angle. It could be about speed too. Like I'm not exactly sure. I could be slowing it. Could be slowing myself down. So this reminds me of Blue Max on the Atari 8-bit computer. I don't know about like so I don't know a lot about Atari 8-bits because I don't remember if anyone in my family had one. I had friends and family that had Commodore 64. We had a IBM x86 compatible clone computer at my house at an Apple IIe. We did have that. So I'm imagining that some popular games um, got brought to and ported. No. These games remind me of... These games remind me of my dad. This is the games that he and I... Yeah, man. So that's some good times right there. You know what? You know, like this is part of the reason why I like him so much. What's going on, Phantom? Another GTC in the house. We failed on the mission of the patch for Enduro, and just as a cooldown, I'm working on some eye-hand coordination with some Skyjinks. And I actually am getting dangerously close to the patch. So I'm going to do another couple runs here while you're here. And then I got to go get the boys. It's Taekwondo Day. Woohoo! Oh my goodness! Oh, 37.63. 37.63. It's so close. It's so close. Oh, oh my goodness, it's so close. Oh, you had the bowling? That's awesome, man. Oh, I wish I had a local bowling alley like near me. We used to. The town I live in used to actually have a bowling alley in it. It was one of those like I don't know, it's like go like roll the clock all the way back in time. And that's the kind of bowling alley that I had growing up. It was, it's like kind of seedy, but it's like the right kind of seedy. You know what I mean? It's not like, dirty. It was like you walked in and you're like, huh, this is old school. But man, those lanes were great. I loved playing on those. And the place that exists still, they used to be called Strike Pair. I would go there all the time and play. My dad was a really, really good bowler. I tried to learn from him, but I'm terrible. I love playing though. Yeah, Ian. That was close. 37.63, guys. That is super close. We're gonna go in. We're gonna do another couple. We're doing another couple here for sure. Evercade should port Putter Golf PS1 game to Okay, I'll take it. I'll take any of those. You need to channel your inner Curtis Martin for this one. That's right. Juking and jiving for sure, man. Ah, I hit it. Right into it. Trying to line up like where I have to let go. Like, because you really have to like hold in pretty hot and heavy on the controller. Oh no, I hit it. Meow. Nope. Telling you guys though, perfect placement for that reset right on that start button. I know people might not like it because it is so close, so you can like accidentally flick it and then ruin a run. But like I said, when it's 37 seconds, I mean, it's not a bad time. Oh, I hit the thingy. Work on a military base. We have an alley on the base. Oh man, that's rad. That's rad. And that brings me back to the days where I was in the cadets. I was in the United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps for a long time, growing up. So instead of like Boy Scouts, that's what I did. I just go and hung out with a whole bunch of enlisted men and officers, and learn the ways. That was good times, man. Some of the best experiences of my life, actually. Oh no! I used to have a buddy of mine who worked for GameStop, and he said that he worked at the best location on earth, and it was one that was it was one that was attached to the PX at I forget what Naval Air Station was. It was a Willow Grove. I don't know, somewhere around there. But he used to love that place. I think they moved him though. Like they moved the location out of the PX, is what I meant to say. But no, I hit it. Oh, it's so close. I think I'm losing it. I want to finish one more where I don't get hit. Because now I'm getting careful. You don't want to get too cautious. You gotta really hustle. No, you gotta hear the. So that's where I'm saying, like, it's important to listen to the thing, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get this, get StreamYard to let a little more audio in. I'm gonna ask Ed what he does, because you guys can hear when you guys watch Ed, you can hear him, right? You can hear him and the game audio pretty good. If anyone watches, dual channels, I know a lot of you guys do. But let me know, because I want to make sure that I get a good mix in. I was too wide. Mm. 37.73. I don't. Was it 8.3 or 6.3? Did I get to 6.3 or 7.3? This might be a PB. It might be. And if it is, I think I'm gonna take it because my thumb is like, wow, dude, it is like red here. I don't think I've had it that bad. Look at that. You can see the indentation in my thumb. It's super red. That's funny. I might actually be bruised tomorrow. Oh man, I haven't had this much fun playing in a long, long time. And it's all because it's like, hey man, let's play some Activision. And how cool is that? How fun is that? So, all right, at 37 point, either 7.3 or 6.3, if it was the PB before, I'm taking it as a PB. That's awesome. Let me see if I can write it down. So I'll go back. So 37.73 for sure is the is a final PB run. Let me do a save as here. All right. So we've got it. We got the thing here. Here, I'll show you my notepad. Share a screen. There we go. Here's my notepad. There it is. There it is, guys. 37.73 PB. We're in there. It's good. It's good stuff. Chasing those patches back in the day was a blast. That's something that's missing. It really is. It really is. And there's ideas cooking in here, Phantom. There's ideas cooking in, and I think at least for select members of the community, we're gonna do something that's kind of rad. And I hope that people dig it. I'm gonna turn this off for now. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, we have it on footage, but I should have did a well, it's not. No, I don't need to create a save state just to do that because I have it on tape. We have the thing. We have the evidence. We have the evidence right here. So we're putting this in here because this is going in my pocket. I take this daily now from here to home and back. It's crazy. So anyway, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go get the kiddos to Taekwondo. Phantom, hope your bowling trip is awesome, and you know, go for that 300. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be awesome. I'll see you next time. You're like, oh yeah, by the way, I rolled a 300. I'm like, what? So anyway, hope everybody else is having a great day too. Thanks to Ken too for coming in. To Qatar Geo, to Patrick, to GoGameGo. It was really awesome seeing you in here. For Alan, Ian Hobbies, Lloyd. We had the GTC trifecta in here. Mom, because maybe she's still watching there. Stephanie, and anyone else I might have missed on the list. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Keep your eyes peeled to the channel. And if you haven't been here before, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button with the bell for notifications. That'll let you know when I go live. This is happening a lot more. This is happening absolutely a lot more. We're going ahead and we're playing some more of this Activision collection when they announce the new ones and they come out. Hopefully by then we'll have most of these patches. We're going to go straight in. We're going to play more of those patches. It's time. I'm feeling it. And yeah, this is what we do, man. This is why we play. This is why we play. And don't forget too, we got some other things to get through. We got Lunar to get through. I got to do some completion quests. We got to do all that stuff. We got to dive some back in on some of these other games. And of course, you know, retro news as it happens. I bring it to you, and that's what we do here on Bacon Ice Cream Productions. All right, so before we get out of here, we also do one thing, and one thing only, and that is thank every single member of, you guessed it, the Good Times Club. So let's do that right now. Let's thank Empty Pixel Gaming, Crimson Cross, George Game, Chris Westerman, Phantom Fiction, who was here, Lord R. Jim, who was here, Papa P, the Intellivision Gamer, Ken LeCure was here, Mr. Shua, John Willig, Gunsy20, Herb Wars, DF, Joe Whitlash, David Valdez, Dan Nastic, Dr. Mark Mad Scientist, and the Atari Creep. Thank you guys all so much for being awesome, for being members, for doing all sorts of cool things like giving us 10p StreamYard glory right here on the channel and on Ed's channel, the Evercade Effect, which you go over there and hit the buttons for too, and the Evercast, which is a show that happens on his channel, and Calling All Retro Gamers, which is a channel that will eventually have things back on it, and we'll be doing some fun stuff hopefully soon. Maybe I can actually get some other members. Maybe just rope in some GTC members. Doing content, maybe throw that up there. I'm looking at you, Gunsy. Maybe. We'll see what happens. All right, anyway, I gotta get him back. We gotta do some more Good Times with Great Friends. So, oh, that's right. He did change it, right? I'm a channel member. I should have known. I watched that announcement. He was gonna change his name. I thought it was gonna be on the 13th though. He was gonna do it because he's like a Friday the 13th fan. I thought he was gonna do that there. All right. Well, maybe he changed it early. Anyway, Retro Creep. Well, there we go. That's that. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich, and we will see you later. Take it easy, guys. And like I said, watch the space. You know, around this time, more live streams will happen way more often because we got to get these patches. Let's go. All right. See you, man.
rtfc.baconicecream.com.